recording. All right, let's it's been a minute. It's been a few days since the last video. Not since I posted it, since I recorded it, and I got a lot going on. So I thought I would take a moment just to kind of give you a quick facility tour. I need to add, what is this? Cold aluminum. I got, where am I? I'm here. I got a train stop. This is quartz unload. This is going to be our new quartz. What's this? Aluminum ingots, and let's put a new marker on here because this is going to be quartz or silica. Silica factory, and we need to give it a factory. And let's give it, I don't have these color coded like I should. Yeah, this is blank. Let's change that. What's the, is it secondary? No, primary. There we go. I got a lot going on. So I should have started at base. So I'm building this out. This is going to be quartz production into silica. And you can see that I've got dual train tracks now. I went through. I made some new blueprints for the tracks. I really like this setup. I think it's pretty slick. It's just two small concrete pillars, and then I've got the connectors, one on each side, and then you run a cable between the two, and it hides it in here. So if I delete just this column, you can see the cable in there is going between, which it works out really nice. I like how they allow clipping for a lot of things because it really makes some really nice builds. And then I just got a couple of lights, and this lets me just post these down every once in a while. If I hit 6, I can just stamp one. The one that I have for just stamping down doesn't have the lights because I don't use the lights all the time, but I thought it was really nice for the train tracks. So anyway, I need to make a ton of silica from quartz for upgrading my aluminum ingots, because I need to bring aluminum ingots into the mall to make our radio signals, our radio controllers, which, as you can see in the upper right, are milestone. I've been so sidetracked trying to get my base better, or my factory better, especially my trains. I'm trying to get the train sections and everything all set up. I got plastic. I had to go do a huge plastic build so I could deliver plastic to the mall. I moved the, you can't see it. I moved a lot of the train stuff. Let me just say that. I moved a lot of the train stuff. I got the aluminum factory down here. It works, but it's not optimized. Oops, it's not what I wanted. Hit the wrong button. It's not optimized because the water feedback is not good. And so I have to come here every once in a while and flush it out. Just like flush this tank, and then everything fires back up. So what happens is you take the bauxite and the water in, you output aluminum solution and silica. That's the recipe I've got right now. And then the alumina solution comes in here. Okay, we got plenty of silica. So let's take this, it's backed up. So let's go in here. We need to split this off with a smart splitter. And then what we're going to do is say, hey, the left side, you're going to take the overflow and merge it into here. I know this is really ugly. It's temporary. And you're going to merge it into there, and then we're going to take conveyor belts, and we're going to take that excess out. And we're going of split it off because now this is backed up. And this is full, so this is making, it's taking the alumina solution and coal and making scrap and then outputting some water, so that water goes back into the container. See, everything is starting to fill back up. It's not perfectly balanced, and so I am having some problems with it, and it's fine. I don't, which is what I'm trying to do right now, is build a silica. I've got new recipes and better things to better recipes for more. I'm gonna make the silica up there and ship it down so that when I come into these I can just do my recipe of alternate sloppy alumina, which takes in bauxite and water and doesn't output silica. It doesn't need silica to run. It's also cheaper. It only takes 10 of each, bauxite and water, for 12 output, and this takes in 12 bauxite and 18 water. So much better. But I am gonna have to ship in silica. I thought I had to ship in silica for something. Maybe I just have to send it out. Because I have to make scrap. It's going to output water. I'll have to go back and look at my setup or my plans. But the silica could just be shipped off into just shred it. Who gives a crap? Oh no, it's got to be put into here. Silica's got to be used here. That's what it was. For aluminum ingots. And I need... Let's look at my plan. I need 10 of these foundries. I need 10 of these in order to get... I'm trying to do 600 out. For 600 in, and that's pretty good balanced, but by having it separate production, it should run a lot smoother. So all of these newer ones are just going to output the alumina solution, and I need 3 of these aluminum scraps. It says I need, well, 2.5, but I can scale one down. So I'll put down 3, get one to half cycle, and you can do that here. Just say, hey, I want this to be 50%, and it'll automatically scale that. So that's how you get your 2.5 or 2.3 if you're looking at some kind of calculator online. You can, this says I need 2.5, so I'll put up 3 and then scale one of them down half. But I need 10 of these foundries. I need 3 of these. And I need 13.3 silica factories. So that's why I decided to do it up here. Because it's up off the ground. I can just ship this off by itself. Set up my 13 or 14 refineries or constructors to make all that. And just have it out here. We got plenty of space. There's plenty of space to do all the things that you want to do. One fun thing, I had to go get more bauxite because my current miners are only Mark II. Their max output on a pure node is 600, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to run out of any bauxite. And let's switch this over real quick at the other jetpack. So we have this one up here. Bauxite mine. This is a pure node, and so it should be getting quite a bit of stuff. Let's check it out. Bauxite pure. Got it going max rated. 600. Feeding into a buffer chest. Buffer box. It's full. And then I've got this other one going, which is really fun. Let's get rid of that. Put this on. Yeah, I'm starting to carry all the things with me. Just to get around a little bit better. I don't have hyper tubes up here yet, but I had to go. I used this scanner tool. You know, you hit V and you can say, hey, show me the bauxite, and it'll scan the environment. And there was a couple up here. There's a pure node up here, and so this was kind of fun. area to come up into, and I just bauxite another one up here. It's a pure node. I'm trying to shoot for pure nodes first because it gives you the most out of the box. There's another 600, so that's 1200 1200 material going at this on potentially going out on the same pipe. So just trying to get more of that. That's a whole mess. I might make that another video. We'll see. So yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. The train tracks has been the main push because I decided I don't want to have one train carrying I don't want to load it up anymore. And we're going to have nitrogen gas. We're going to have to ship aluminum. I'm already shipping a whole separate thing of plastic. That's a whole other thing. Going to the mall because now I've got a separate plastic feed going at H. And so that comes, let's go check it out. So I'm adding multiple trains onto the same track, and with that comes a lot of preparation and a lot of resources. You're going to need a lot of computers when you do that, because each one of these train signals uses a computer, and you need a bunch of them. You just need a bunch. So I had to go and build out the factory. I had to do a lot of prep in order for this to do, but I've got all of my train stations now are up off of the main. They kind of poke out of the main road so that they can go off and load, and other trains can continue on doing their journey as they need. You really want to have a buffer chest because you'll notice when these trains load, the feed stops. See, they stopped going in, and it's probably not going to grab much, if anything, because it's pretty full. Not using a ton of plastic at the moment, but we are using some anyway. So I had to do a whole plastic thing. I got it balanced all really nice. So let's go back to the main hub, we can call it that. Right to go straight. And this is another reason why you want to develop your own policies, your processes, your procedures, your own standards. I have my Hyperloop. As I approach these switches, I go right to switch, or to keep going straight, and left to exit. And that is key for me. Once I set that up, you have to maintain, because now I know every time I come up to one of these, I just go right to keep going straight. And I'm actually going to go left up here, because I've had to go get some quartz. I'm like, well, let's go find some quartz for this new setup. And there's a cave system that's got some really cool quartz. And so I spent some time today building that out. So we're going to go left. And we're going to go down into this cave. And I'll show you where I've got it set up. It's just in here. There's a couple of... there's a ton of spiders, so when you come in here, prep for that. But there's a pure node here of quartz, and a pure node here of quartz. And so I've got both of those feeding into there. There's also a SAM site, which is just normal, so I'm getting 300 out of that. So far, I'm not using SAM material a lot. And then there's another quartz. I think it's impure. No, it's normal. So quite a bit of stuff in here. And I just have it coming into a load station. And then it just loops back out. and goes on out. It's kind of a hot mess, but it's a fun hot mess. Ooh, there's a slug. Way up here. Let's get it. Yeah, to kill all the spiders, it was fun. It was fun. Okay, so that is where the new train that I've set up is going to go. Go back to make silica so that I can make aluminum ingots. The aluminum ingots will have a new pickup station to be delivered into the mall. And I'm still debating if I want to add single stations or if I want to add another car to an existing station. You know what I mean? I still have not decided that 100%. I kind of want to do... I have the bulk of the materials coming into the mall on one train, and this will be... I've got it, and then I have another train just doing one wagon of... I know it slows down. The train doesn't seem to have a... And I don't care. The train just going to take forever as it has to. And then I have the one train delivering. I gotta go left here. I know, violates my policy, but... And then this just shoots off. And then... Do I want to add a wagon to the end of it? And have two main train bus systems coming in? Or do I want to have individual little cars with tons of trains going nuts? More trains equals more complexity equals greater potential for bottlenecking. One of the things I hate about using trains in Factorio is as soon as you get X amount in there, and if you don't have it signaled and balanced and functioning correctly, one train stuck on the wrong track backs the whole system up and the whole process shuts down. Because now factories aren't getting what they're supposed to. I don't think I have another switch over here. I think it's just straight. I'm gonna find out. I'm still having a blast. I'm still having an absolute blast with this, tubing everywhere. Oh, it's so fun. But I'm also gonna need additional components to the phase factory on the right. And so far it's getting rubber and plastic from a different location, but I have a feeling I'm gonna need more. I have a feeling I'm gonna need all kinds of... I'm gonna need aluminum ingots in there. We got to go all the way through, so I don't have it blocked off. So here's the main train that you're familiar with. I've got another train just for plastic, and that's what started this whole dual track system. It's still right-hand drive, depending on where you're looking. It's still, you know, American-styled right-hand drive, and that's just because of what I'm familiar with. Like I talked about in other videos, I'm from America, so we drive on the right side, and I'm just familiar with it. This is totally possible to have a left side drive, so all my trains will be going this way, and all my trains are coming back this way. Everybody's driving on their right side. So so far, let's check out this timetable. I think I have plastic, the unload here. Let's switch this to and. So if the freight wagon is fully unloaded or loaded and you wait for 15 seconds, then you can go. Let's save that, because there's no reason to have... That's another reason why I wanted to have, or I'm thinking about having, additional train stops. Oh, you're just gonna go. It's fine. because then I can just have this train sitting here. The more trains you've got on the track, the more potential for congestion. So my thought was, we'll just have the train come in here and sit until it's empty, and then once it's empty, go get materials. And then the next train could be doing the same thing. That way we're not clogging up the whole freaking universe. That's where my thought was on that. I still got, I mean, it's going so far. So we got quartz. I changed the quartz, and then on here, the quartz comes into the main mall. Changed coal and sulfur into its own thing. Just kind of cleaning some things up. Getting a little nicer. I also have been modifying the items mall. I went and stretched the back out to give myself more room to work. And that seems to be going well. And now that I have the new hover pack, I don't really need stretches like that stuff anymore. So we also have computers being made here, which, like I said before, you really need a lot of computers to be making the train signals. Let's clean some of this stuff up. I don't need concrete. I've been dumping a bunch of stuff in here too. What I do is, if I have to manually feed it into myself, into my dimensional depot, I don't have anything set up to make rotors into a dimensional depot, so I pin the things that I need to manually feed into that. I pin those to the top so that I remember what's manual and what's automatic. I think I have silica. I don't have silica. We've got cables. Got quick wire going in, wire, all these plates, all these pipes. A lot of this stuff's just being made for me. I don't even need coal on me. Just trying to keep that clean as I dismantle and work. Lots of stuff going on. Let's use the thing. Munitions mall, haven't touched. So yeah, expanding that out, the mall. And I'm trying to get to a point where I can make the radio. So if we hit O and then type here, I need radio control units. One, I need them for the next milestone. But as you can see, it takes computers. And let's expand that. So it takes computers. That takes plastic. And it takes micro or crystal oscillators. All of the parts that I need for that to be made are already coming in. The computer, if we look at the computer part here, let's open that in Codex. It also takes plastic. So I need plastic. Where's the radio thing? Let's go back to it. There we go. Radio. Be nice if there was a back button. Radio control unit. And then I need the aluminum casings. That's what I need the aluminum for. So everything, this is the last component to build to bring into the mall to make these. And I know I'm going to use aluminum going forward, so I thought let's just take a minute and load all this stuff up. What have we got? Let's put this slug in there, sort it. Okay, so this is, I've been moving stuff around here too. So I've got 5, 6, 7. Take those berries out. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Berries come with me because the berries go in here now because I'm getting too much. And I'm going to get rid of this wood. I don't need the wood or the grass. Okay. I still have 7 tickets. I've been buying stuff left and right as I can. And I talked earlier, very beginning, that every time you earn a ticket, the number of points for the next ticket increases. So we're up to 1.2 million points, at least, for tickets. And I just set it and forget it. I set these up. I set up a process to collect, and I literally forget that I even own tickets because I don't want that to be always on my mind. Like, let's go check the tickets. I need to get more tickets. They'll come. They'll come. And so it's not a big deal. What do we got? 14 tickets now. I don't even know what I got left to buy. Yeah, I'm sidetracked. Got most of those. I want to start buying these at some point. Get that gold nut for 1,000. I think I've got all of the management, just tubes and stuff. Organization is all purchased. Customizer, I think I have most. I have these different foundation materials. I don't have the pathways, solid lines, arrow patterns. I don't have numbers. I don't have transportation icons. No parking. no factory cart. I don't have any of these unlocked. Foundations, I just did the stairs and I totally keep forgetting all about it. These are all purchased, the walls so far. I don't know if there's anything new to unlock. I do want to get corner roofs. So there's 2 things left here. Let's put these on our star because I want to get that. Everything else is purchased, and then the rest is just equipment. I need some more ammo. I need more bullets, but I made my own maul for that. This has come in really handy a few times where I just needed the materials to unlock a milestone, and so I just went. I could buy them for 7 tickets. Let's just buy them. I'm still not enough coupons. Oh, I didn't pick them up. Like I got 14. There we go. Now we can buy them. Now we can set them in there. Let's just go ahead and unlock
Parts
this.
Purchase confirmed.
I'm gonna have to do it anyway. So this is not wasted.
Previous message for higher priority message.
Because something tells me if we go to transport, now we have the drone
Milestone
ports. See,
Drones
you can see right down there
automated
that we need them.
low-capacity aerial transport between drone stations.
Yeah.
Stations need to be supplied with any kind of fuel for the drones to function. Fix-It had several restrictions in place prohibiting creative use of drones. I have since removed those because I think no pioneer would ever misuse Fix-It property right under their noses. Especially since everything is recorded.
So as you can see, the new drone port is I'm gonna need heavy modular frames. Let's add it. So we're gonna need heavy modular frames, which I don't have a process for that. We're gonna need high-speed connectors. I don't have a process for that. Aluminum casing. I don't have a process for that. Radio control unit. I don't have a process for that. All clad aluminum sheets, I do have a process, but it's clear out at the copper ingot station. So I could put a station in there to make the sheets and bring those in. But quite honestly, once I have aluminum ingots coming into the mall, I can just build what I need right here for that. And then the drone, so let's clear that list. Let's look at the drone. The drone needs a radio control unit. I don't have that. Motors, I don't really have that. AI limiters, I really don't have that. And we'll have to do a construction for portable miners. Now, I don't know how many of these I'm actually gonna need. Like, let's put a port down. Let's see what this looks like. Let's look at the drone port. I don't even know how it works. Oh, well, one, I'm missing materials. I can't make it anyway. All right. What am I missing for that? He said as he just deleted it off the thing. We're going to need 2 drone ports. I'm assuming one's going to have to deliver, one's going to have to receive. So we need 40 frames, heavy modular. A lot of this stuff I just don't have. Heavy modular frames, I can make 4. Modular frame. Now the nice thing is I could stand here because this is going to pull from the dimensional depot. So I could just stand here and make whatever I need to. I don't want to right now. I might do that, but I think some of these have to be made in a machine. No, I can make the radio controls. Can I make the aluminum? I can make the casings. I can make the high speed. I can make all this by hand. Oh, boring. I'll just do it offline. So yeah, when we come back, we'll do drones. So for now, and then I'm gonna need one drone. Let's add that to our list. One drone, 2 ports. Here's everything I'm gonna need for that. And that's gonna be expensive if we look at tickets. It's gonna be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 18. I need 20 tickets to build all 3 of those. And I only have 7 left. So, it's alright. I should do it. I should build this is why you want to do it in the mall, so you're not using your at this point, hard-earned tickets to screw around with stuff like that. Something else I was gonna catch you up on. I don't remember what it was. So I started labeling my tubes because I got tubes going everywhere. This just goes straight to the Caterium factory. This one goes to the mall. This one goes out to our phase facility and coal power, depending on which way you go. And this one is back to the loop. What did I need? I'm doing aluminum. I need enough. Okay, so let's do this. Production, constructors. Okay, those are both coming from the Fang. So we're gonna do constructors. We got plenty of rotors, a manufacturer. We have all the parts that we need to make a bunch of things. I don't need a refinery. Blender got unlocked, but I don't have a need for it yet. So let's go back. Let me just think. Got a train. It's got a depot. Yeah, let's go back. If I look at my thing, we're gonna have to make silica. I need 14 silica constructors, 5 refineries, which I have, 3 aluminum. Okay, I think this is good. I think we're good to go. Let's head out. Like I said, it's been really fun playing. I haven't really gotten bored yet. It started creeping up on me like yesterday. I was trying to do something and I'm like, oh, I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel the itch to stop. It was more like a tickle. And I'm like, no. The reward is gonna be worth it. You're gonna do great, Aaron. You're gonna do great things. So I kept going, and then I found the cave, because I did the scan and I looked at the map, and so I went to the spot where it was on the surface, and I'm like, well, it's not here. Where is it? And one thing you can do is, once you have something like this, one of these icons down, you can click on it and say highlight the stamp. Now it's turned it a green, and when you look in the real world, once you get close enough, you'll see a column of light, like a light shining up like a laser, that'll tell you where to go for it. And I did that, and I'm like, well, it says it's right here on the ground. It's got to be underneath. So I spent like 30 minutes, maybe, way too long. I spent way too long running around where that was until I finally found the entrance to this huge cave system. I'm like, okay, well, this will work. This will be fun. And so it was fun to work in the dark. Probably wouldn't have made for a very good YouTube video. So let's go down. What we can do is start the train, because I want to get the train going so that we can start loading up materials into our new station before we turn it on. So we'll get the train going and hopefully work out any bugs that we might have. Do I have this intersection all signaled? I don't know if I do. I don't. That's gonna be a problem, and I don't have an exit here. Let's see if I can try and exit out of this. Nope. Yeah, I can. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is some signaling. First, I like to block off. So I'm gonna hit C. There's two types of signals. There's blocks, and there are switches. If I said that correct, let's take a look. Transport, you got path and block. Block sets up, if we take a look, see how these are colored now? These are colored, so the orange is a block. Now if I put this block signal down, now I've created a new block here for this train signal. And this is saying, hey, this between this block signal and this block signal is a block. And what that does is it tells the train network when it's safe, when blocks are occupied, and when it's safe to go. So the only thing you really need to pay attention to is path in, block out. So I'm pathing in, looking ahead. Is it safe? Is there something there? Oh, the freighter came back. So I'm coming this way. I need to path in, look ahead. Is there a train on this section? I don't want to crash. And then coming this way, we need to look at this intersection too and see if there's a train coming out. Oops. See if there's a train coming out, because I don't want to crash anywhere. I don't want to have derailed trains. I don't want to have to deal with all that. And you can make your blocks as long or as short as you want. I would recommend, what I've been doing is creating blocks the length of my longest train for the most part. Let's create that one there. This one goes on the left side a little bit. That's fine. Because if that long train stops at one of these intersections or stops for any reason, I don't want the other train to smash into it. And so for me, because I've got 12 cars on a Chur 11, on a train, I've got these big blocks. So if my big main train stops here, another train's not going to come crashing into it. So that's what I've been doing. I haven't been 100% diligent about doing the whole thing. I think I'm going to do that on a Saturday live. Well, I was. My daughters, and you can put them at the front or the back of wherever you got going on in your life. Let's put those there just for funsies. But it's important to note that a train won't enter a block if it doesn't have the appropriate signal. So if you have a train block that is the whole loop, a train won't exit onto the track until that block is clear, meaning the other train is out of there. And here you can see, coming up through the ground in the distance, I'm gonna fall, is the signal from my map. It's just a light, which is super handy. You know, you do a scan, so we can do a scan for what was it, looking for quartz. We can look at the map, and then it'll or whatever you want to look for. There's another quartz. Or let's scan for coal. There's some coal, and so I can hover over and it'll tell me what's good. These all kind of suck, but I can put a rock signal here, and then I can click that and highlight that stamp, and now it's showing me exactly where to go to find that node. So that can be really handy, especially on some of these other terrains as you're trying to you know, navigate around. And so it's going to say, hey, it's here. You'll have to go under it. And then to remove it, you just go back, you highlight, you click it, stop highlighting it. And I'm also going to remove it because I don't even need it. Okay, so what we want to do is put our train car. Let's just put our train down. I'm out of rubber. Are you kidding me? Crap, where's the quickest way to get back? I thought I had rubber on me. What a doofus. What a goofus. And I'm gonna have to run all the way back. Look, there's bats in this cave. I don't know if you can see them. Little bats every once in a while. Okay, so I don't have the rubber. Let's put that and that, and we'll come into our to-do list. Remove our drone ports. Now all I need, sometimes you got to do it this way. It's baby steps. This thing before that thing, and that thing, A before B and B before C, and you got to do all this stuff to get to Q. When you started with Q, and you got to go back through the alphabet, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. All right, let's go get some rubber from the rubber. We're not going to go all the way back. We'll go to the rubber plastic station, and we'll do that. I think all of my other... I'm thinking through all my other train track intersections. I think they're all blocked correctly, so that once we set this up, time will tell. When something crashed. Now, when you do have a train crash, it's not the end of the world. You just have to go to where the crash is, and then you click or hit E on each of the trains, and it automatically puts them back in order on the track. So cleanup is easy, but the potential downtime of delivered materials or resources could be a problem. And then you gotta go to where the wreck happened, which is why I built my track system to have tubes in between them, so that I can always go to wherever I need to go. I like the design. I think it's pretty cool. I saw somebody else on Reddit that kind of had something similar, and I'm like, that's pretty smart. I'll just do my spin on it. So now I can manually travel wherever the trains go, which just happens to coincide to where my depots and processes are, without impacting. You know, if I took another train, set it on the track, and used that for my personal travel, it's slower than this. And I'm also sitting on a block at some point. Now you can see here, I have not signaled the entire length of this track. I've not blocked it all out. Like I said, that's something I need to do, but I'm trying to get this process up. Because I figure, let me get to a specific point that I create for myself, my own task. Let me set this goal. Let me get to that goal, and then take a break screwing around. Let me go do something else while this takes forever to do its thing. You know what I mean? Or build up a resource. Let's just grab 2 stacks of those. That's all I needed. And let's go ahead and put the train here. You know what I should have done first is look at... Okay, I don't have any trains coming. That could have been bad. All right, let's get in the train. We're just going to drive it because we got to go to the depot anyway. Let's go grab a load of stuff. Another nice thing is once you're in the train, you kind of get some momentum going. You don't have to really pull anything. It just goes at its own speed. It'll slow down a little bit over time. It's fine. Especially after going up a slight incline. What we can do while we're waiting is hit Q. Train name is Quartz 01. I know, it's boring. We can edit the timetable. So we're going to go to our Quartz SAM load, and then we're going to go to our Quartz unload. Let's hit the brakes. Let's hit the brakes. Because the way I have that, it's a SAM. I'm glad I looked at that. It's a SAM and Quartz. So if I add another train car, the second car is going to be the Quartz. Dang it. That's okay. We'll get this set up. And then before we turn it on, now you hit right. I'm hitting the D key, and that switches the track that I want to go on. So Q, edit timetables, we want this, save and change. Edit timetables, we want it to load. And then let's wait 120 seconds. And for now, let's do this. Load only Quartz. PQRS. That's right, I had to do it. Only load Quartz. Save changes. Oh, we're still going. That's okay. Yeah, Quartz is the second train, so we have to put 2 cars on here. For now, that's fine. It's okay. And now let's go to the other train station because I don't think I set it to unload, and we have to move our track section, our station. Yeah, here's where it's going to be a little bit iffy. I'm pressing the W key to keep the space going. So it's typically going about 110, 120. Now we're down to 100. Switch the track. You gotta be careful when you're doing this manually. You don't just run into, I did that once already. Ask me how I know. I did it once already. I came up out of there on a train, and the big train, my main mall train, was right there, and I hit it, both crashed. And that's how I discovered, oh, you just hit E. It tips them right back up. That's all good. It's all good. Okay, so we still have our iron over here. It's on its own little pull-off station. I didn't mess with any of that. I also thought about reworking the whole station so that it's just the whole system instead of one big train going around collecting all the little stuff. Having individual trains going around collecting all their individual components. But I don't know. I haven't decided on that yet. I mean, if it ain't broke, right? 10. Alright, and there's the pull off for the... See, I'm making aluminum plates there. We're going to come in here, we're going to go left. So I'm tapping A. There, it changed. So now I'm going to go left. And that should tell, and I'm in there, it's telling all the other places to stop. All right, now I want to go left here. Let's brake because I need to change this. Oh, it's so stupid, Aaron. It's all right. I'll change this real quick. So this, I mean, it's not loaded. This is the unload section. So we gotta take that and that and that and that. Let's just grab a couple things. And then what I want to do is have an empty platform because that's where the SAM site goes. And then I want my other one here. Let's hit 4 to grab train track. We're gonna have to adjust this. Oh no, we won't. It's right where it was. And then I like to put another block there just to make sure it's all sectioned off. And we want to have a buffer unload. It's an organization buffer. Out to out. Go up. Grab 3. See, once you get everything done and memorized, it won't be bad. Okay, and this needs to be set to unload at the quartz unload. So now, I wonder how this is going to be with a... Oh, well, we have... If we go look at Q and edit our timetable, we're set to load only quartz. Only load quartz. Unload. Here, we're going to only unload quartz. And this is just a... You don't have to do this. This is just me being neurotic for 2 minutes. Fully loaded or unloaded. That's the other thing. Let's do and. So, should stay at this station until the freight wagon is unloaded and wait 2 minutes. Save. Save. So what that should do, I'm air quoting, what that should do is take a full train, and then that train's going to come sit here until it's empty, and then wait 2 minutes. And then once it's empty, it should go back. So let's go ahead and hit turn on self-driving. Now let's see how bad we're going to screw this all up, and then we'll end this episode. Go. It's got to check its signal. Everything's okay. And I don't mind if there's little pauses. This is just a little roundabout for this little section. Like I said, once the trains are up and running, it should just be good to go. Should be good to go. We can also check the map while we're waiting. And I can't, so train malls clear out there. So the coal and aluminum, it's on a whole separate track. Mall 2 is just sitting there. Yeah, we're good. Wish there was a way you could just highlight all the trains. Well, how about that? You can. They highlight in orange, and you can change all that coloring in the settings. I think the game settings are very detailed for things like that. I was watching somebody else on YouTube explain train signals, and his color setups were completely different because he went in and changed them all whatever he wanted. Which is nice because if you're like red-green colorblind or any other kind of colorblind, then you want to go in and set it up specifically for your game style, how you want to play it. And I typically do this when I set up a new train. I typically go on its journey just to verify any kind of issues. You watch it and you're thinking through the process. Coming up on here, does it have the correct turn signals? Does it have all the things it needs to keep going and doing its thing? We're good. Just to make sure that once I leave it and let it go, it's just going to leave it and let it go. Now those two hypertubes are a little wonky because they've been doing the noodle. There's different ways that you can do your tubes, like your pipes. You can do auto, which kind of it snaps them in and they're a little right angular. The noodle has a better flow when you're going through them. You tend to flow a lot better. It's not as jerky. So let's watch what happens. This should only load the second car of quartz. Need more lights in here. It's gonna dock. It's gonna load that, and then we'll go all the way to the end of its path. And then once I'm satisfied with its performance, we'll just exit and let it keep on going. And that should be a full carload because it's been sitting there going. Now, you have the buffer chests on the inputs and outputs because while the train's sitting here docking for 2 minutes, it's not allowing the flow. Maybe it is. I can see parts going in. But when it's docked and it's transferring the items from the storage box in the station to the car, the flow of product does not go into the station because the station's blocked. So you have those buffer chests that can allow materials to flow in instantly, or you know, fill in that buffer chest with stuff so that when things are down, you can keep stockpiling some stuff. Wish there was a timer. There probably is, I just don't know it. Hit Q. Quartz name, coordinates. Edit timetable. Load. Freight wagon is fully loaded. So that's not going to happen because one load has been completed. Let's do that. Because if I understand this correct, I need to read the wiki. One load or unload has been completed, or the freight wagon is fully loaded and unloaded or unloaded. I don't know if that's the whole train, like all freights. So you've got a train with 3 cars and it's all quartz. 3 cars, three wagons a cart of quartz. Will the train leave after 1 wagon is emptied? Or all 3? Here's the real trick. 96, 95. No, it's slowing down because it's coming up to a cross. That's fine. It still made it. It's all I care about. So it looks like the train's got enough juice to pull at least 1 fully loaded wagon all the way up and out. Good to know. Good to know. So this should go to the drop-off station, and I'm going to get out there and end this video because we're coming up on an hour. And I need to build out 14. I wonder how I'm going to do that. 14 divided by 3 is not an even 3. Can't do math while I'm in. No, don't. I can go calc in the calculator. 14 divided by 3 is 4.6. I'm just thinking about balancing because I really like the balancing. You look at these stations up here. It's been really fun to do the balance. It's for fun. Going to the next train station to unload our quartz. The train close anyway. Oh, there's one right behind us. Coming out of the iron, so it's the big boy. So let's go ahead and get out. You're gonna see this unload and then just fill up this box. I've got 2 Mark V belts coming out of the station. You know, you can't even click on it, so you can't see its inventory. You can't do anything. There it goes. Filling up the box, lickety split. I still can't get in here because train's there. It's going to be there for 2 minutes. So I'll probably have this belt up and over. Let's do that. This is for fun. Five should be enough to just go over the top. We'll come over here. Do it on this one. Come. Get that off there. Go back into 1, 3. We'll just test it. Let's go up 6. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That way when I'm in the tube, I'm not cutting through it. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. And then we can just do 5 out of here. Here. Now I'm not going to connect this just yet. I want to build out my whole process and get it set up, and then it should be good to go. So that is set up trains, multiple tracks. We're good to go. We can watch it fly around, track, do its thing. Hopefully there won't be any wrecks because I've done it right. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. So yeah, we come back, there'll be 14. There's a big train clear out there. It's going to be 14 iron or quartz into silica factories. How do I want this to go? Let's do this. I have blueprints for 4x4 grid, balanced constructors. Let's turn them around the right way. 3, 6, and then we're gonna have the other ones go around this way. 3, did I put it out far enough? Yep. Okay, I just like the symmetry. It's just so fun to build everything out symmetrical. I might have to bump these out because 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You know what I'm gonna do? Ran out of power. I'm gonna put 3 groups of 3, and then we'll calculate the math so that these are all underclocked to do the exact number that we need. Because the exact number, regardless of smelters, is 500 a minute. So if I have 3, 6, 9 times 2 is 18, and I hit calculator, come on, and hit 18 divided by 500 divided by 18 is 27.7. So if I clock each one at 27, yeah, 27.7. So how you do that? I can't copy it. I want to let me copy. That'd be fun. You come in here and say, hey, you're making silica at per minute 27.7778, and it does the math, right? 500 a minute divided by 18 smelters, 27 each. Yep. And then you can, I think I can copy these settings, go in silica, paste, and now each one will be balanced and perform in such a way that all 18 of these smelters will get exactly 500 a minute as long as they're supplied with, and I only need 300 a minute on quartz. The reason I want to do that is because I'll have these splitters come out like this and then turn it around like that, and then we need to have another splitter come out like this, so that, oops, let's go down to 1, so that this feeds into here, and then this is going to feed into the other 3. Be nice if I did it correctly the first time. You know what I mean? And then this will feed. Let's go drop a 5. Drop this down. There we go. I need to power it and I need to set it all up, but that's how we'll do that. And then I need to have it come back into a bucket, and I'll figure all this stuff out because I got to get it. I don't know if I'm going to have... Yeah, we'll have the main down there because water's down there and I don't want to pump water clear up. So I'll get this all figured out. But yeah, fun stuff.